Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining our team Zoom tonight. We are in June, and my goodness, today's June the 7th already. I'm so excited to see all of you, and I'm excited about what Lifevantage is offering us this month with the June month of action. So, if you do not know what the June month of action is, please contact your enroller or contact me or someone else that you know so that you can learn about it. And one of the ways you can learn about it is in your on your website. If you go to your website to the opening page where it has the bottle of Pro Tandem, where people can shop, and you scroll all the way down to the bottom, there's a in fine print, you're going to see a section called promotion. And in that promotion, you're going to see one of the options is month of action. And if you click on that, you will see all the details of the month of action. And then there's also another video recording that is by Shauna Mucklow. She's an elite distributor in Lifevantage, and she's on the app committee. So she does training a lot on the app, and she does some training on the app and how to use it for this June month of action, because the June month of action is only done in the app. So it's pretty much encouraging people to get going with the app, which I've been a little negligent on. And so it's spurring me on to get accustomed and used to it, because Lifevantage has done an excellent job at updating this app and really making it useful and helpful for us so that our business can be a little bit simplified. So it's a great opportunity. You can earn you can earn some swag that you can use in the Lifevantage store, and so and you get to be on a team, and it's a lot of fun. So I would encourage everyone to participate in the June month of action. And also, I'm just going to give another just quick shout out for our events coming up. One of the things that you get points for in this June month of action is registering for our amazing events. And we have an Elite Academy July 10th coming up. If you have not registered for that, you can register on your website, and you can even register in the app for that. And for in the app, it's under people, I believe it is, and you can register for that. And then we have our Lifevantage Academy coming up, not this coming Saturday, but it's the following Saturday. It's always the third Saturday in of the month. And so you can register for that on your website or on the app also. That is $25, and it's really important training. It's amazing. Some of the teams get together locally and watch it together, which is a really fun thing to do if you can do that with people in your area. And then, of course, we have our amazing convention in October. And the earlier you register for these events, the less you have to pay for them. So it's a good thing to do. Now, you can go in person to convention if you're one of the first 2,500 to register. So if you can do that, it will be amazing to get to see everyone again. Everybody's pretty excited about getting together. However, there's also a virtual option for that. So I encourage everyone to register for these events, because if we want to be successful in our business, this is one of the ways that we learn how to do it. So with that, I want to save the time for our dear beloved friend, Jackie Sheppard, whom we all dearly, dearly love. Yes, we should unmute ourselves and clap. I see Debbie Packard clapping. And because we so appreciate Jackie. If it wasn't for Jackie, I wouldn't even be here. She just had the heart and cared about me and my family enough to share this information with me, and it's just been life changing. And we also appreciate her, and so she's going to share some of her wisdom with us tonight. So I'm just going to turn it over to you, to Jackie, because we already know and love you. So we don't really need a big introduction tonight. So take it away, Jackie.
Thank you, Julie. I've just been looking at your faces, and there's several things I'm noticing. Some of you, you look better and better every time I see you. And then all of you, though, it's just amazing how you are not appearing to age like other people are. But as I'm looking at you too, I just see there's not a person on that I don't have a special friendship, family, love for. I'm seeing my wonderful Dr. North that we all call Cheryl because she is very humble. Humble. She really is, in spite of all of her credentials. Same thing with Jerry Whistler. And all of you, you have different credentials, but in becoming a family, we have to first of all care about each other. And I genuinely care about each one of you. And I appreciate your kind words, Julie. When I was thinking about what to talk to you about tonight, and then listening when you all were talking about all the great, wonderful ideas you all had about how to set up points of actions and goals and everything, I just love listening to you because within each one of you, I see a leader. And I see people who, once you find your voice and once you find how you are comfortable conveying the message that we have, you are going to build to whatever rank you want. And when I say that, you're like, oh, well, yeah, well, I want to be a pro 10. Well, okay, then you're going to have to work a whole lot harder than the person who simply wants to be a pro 3. Now, the good thing about pro 3 is it opens up revenue avenues for you. Plus, it will just about pay for what most people order every month. You don't have to order but 40, but we have such amazing products that you're sitting there every month going, oh, what do I need? What do I want? So I always like when you're enrolling people, and if I'm on the phone with you, you will sometimes hear me say, uh, even if you don't want to build a big business and become financially independent, let's try to get you to where you are making enough to pay for what you want to use every month, because that's a real milestone for people. When I am asked, how do I grow my business? Um, I, I still am not successful on Facebook. I should be because I'm the author of a book and I need to be doing a whole lot more on Facebook. I need to be promoting my book. I need to be writing a blog. I need to be doing a lot of things. But we're all geared a little differently. And I need a project manager living here in my house. I need someone that says at 5:30, get up, get your coffee, start writing. I mean, there's a whole lot of things I need. But there's one thing that I typically don't need that some of you need. And that is when I am talking to someone, I'm listening to what they say about their health, and then I will jump over whatever barrier I can to help them. If I am in the grocery store, if I'm in the coffee shop, if I, for some reason, have a message from an old friend, when I say to them, how are you? I really listen. If they do, I'm fine, how are you? Then I'm going to respond with, I'm doing really well. I'm doing so much better than I was a decade ago. They will immediately ask me why. Or I will say something like, a young lady that I met recently, I was checking out and I asked her a question. And it was something, I can't remember what the question was, but when she came over to talk to me, I noticed she looked weary. And I said, you look tired. Are you tired? She said, oh, I'm exhausted. Well, immediately I had an open door. But what I think is the most important thing, when I look at all of you, I don't see a one of you that didn't become interested in the product first. And you became not only interested in the product, you became interested in the integrity of the product. You started finding out, will I attach my name to this or not? Because there's zillions of things out there. But when you got to the point where you were like, yeah, I'm going to attach my name to this product, then you also started looking at research. almost every one of you, in fact, I can't see anybody on this list that didn't start looking at the research. And when you looked at the research, you became even more convinced in the integrity of the product, the integrity of the company, and then you began to have your own personal experience with it. Now, some of you will be like, well, I didn't have the great experience with NRF2 that some people have, but wow, when I started taking the NRF1, or when I started taking the Tri-Synergizer, or Axio's changed my life. I mean, Axio can change your life. We all know that. This morning I was helping Hudson pack his lunch for his first day at work. He's working construction this summer, and we were making sure he had enough Axio, which is something, because most kids are looking at soft drinks. He didn't even think about buying a soft drink. He wants to make sure he's got his Axio. So when I am with someone, if you said, Jackie, are you building your business? Do you see that person as a dollar mark? I can look you in the eye and honestly say, no, I do not see that person as a dollar mark. I see that person as someone that I have information that can change their life. If you can change a person's health, you can change their life. I'm scheduled in the next few days to talk to someone that I met through actually an insurance agent. Lovely, lovely lady. And this person has a rare disorder. And so we're scheduled for me to talk to her about it. When she called, she said, Jackie, I'm concerned about this person, and her father has this disorder. And I started thinking, I wonder if that stuff could help them. And I was familiar with the disorder, and I said, well, I know someone that had great benefits from it, but we can't make promises, but yeah, I'll talk to them. Now, I am not at all thinking about the dollar mark, but let me tell you something. You don't ever want that dollar mark to be more important to you than people. But if your fear of rejection is greater than your compassion for people, you're probably not going to be terribly successful in this business. You've got to get over the fact that people are going to tell you no, people are going to reject you, people are going to think you're trying to get in their pocketbook. So in building my business, I am at every time I am with someone, when I am doing anything in the community, whatever, I'm listening. And if I have an inroad, even if it's simply to say, you know what, I think I may be able to help you. Here's my phone number. And then I'll say, can I call you? And most of the time they'll say yes. And sometimes they don't call. Sometimes I call, they don't respond. But there are a lot of people whose lives have been changed just through that simple method. Now, why would I be telling you something so simple that you already know? Because I know some of you are still afraid. You're still afraid that someone's going to reject you, or that you're just a little bit afraid to start talking about it. Well, you know what? I would be too if I wasn't so convinced of our products and our product line. It was that fear that all through the years, when my friends invited me to join other network marketing companies that had great household products and all, I would have just simply been too afraid to even talk to someone about it. I'm being straight with you. I wouldn't have been able to do it. I wouldn't have been able to convince them. My family says I can't sell propane heaters to Eskimos. I hope you can still use that expression. I don't know. Every day your vocabulary becomes more and more limited. But what I want you to do right now, because these points of action are important, and June is a wonderful month. People have sort of gotten school out of the way, and many people are thinking about needing extra income. They want to take a vacation. They can't because they don't have the money. And so it's a good inroad to say, you know, if you want to make some extra income, what about that vacation you've been wanting to take? There are families who will decide we are going to work together for that extra vacation. What I want every one of you to do, you can either just raise your hand or you can click on the little hand thing. How many of you joined this business because you believed that the product could help your health or someone else's? Just let me see hands. Yep. Yep. I'm seeing them again and again and again and again. Yeah, and I'd have to raise mine because I knew about free radicals. I knew if you could lower free radicals, that'd almost be impossible not to have better health. So with that in mind, you can put your hands down now. What will it take to get you talking to everyone you meet and everyone you know? Because if you believe that everyone you meet and everyone you know needs this product, Ron, who is that with you? Which grandchild is that? Sorry, we have to do a little family business right now. I know most of his grandchildren.
Unmute. Press unmute.
Which are you? You grow.
Hey, my name's Ava.
Ava. Okay, you guys grow up so fast.
They do. They do. We're up at Williamsburg with
Yeah,
them.
I knew you all were, and I know you guys were having a great time. But we'll do some. Maybe I can see all of them at the end of this. I don't want to get too distracted.
Okay. All right.
But when you walk out your door, maybe you get in the car and you say, "Okay, I want to change someone's life." And maybe there will be some leadership to the person who in my mind is praying for help. There's so many times when I'm talking to people, they will say, I have been praying and praying. I was praying desperately. Lord, don't let me lose my mind. So with all of the videos we have, with all the information we have, with all of the techniques, with all the savvy business people we have, you're going to learn how to build a business. But that still, you can have all that knowledge and still not do it, right? Some of you could make a 98 or 100 on all of the videos, all of the teaching things, how to do social media. You could do all this. But the thing is you have to do it. You just flat have to get out there and do it if you want to be successful. And when you think in terms of having the information that can change a person's life, maybe that will help some of you be a little bit braver and a little bit bolder. You're nice, polite, gentle people, and you're not going to beat anybody over the head, nor are you going to twist their arm to join our company. However, if you are able to listen to what they're saying, where they speak their needs, for example, if you're saying something about going on vacation and the person says, I wish we could go on vacation, go right through that open door to just say, you know what, I just was so weary of not having enough money to ever do anything we wanted to do. I started a home business. I'd love to tell you more about it. Be brave. And I think as you are braver, you're going to be more successful. So, Julie, I want us to go to questions and answers, and we'll do our best to answer whatever we can.
Awesome. Thank you, Jackie. That was great. And so true, everything that you said. So yes, if you have a question, this is a golden opportunity. You can either unmute yourself or you can type it in the chat box. So let's proceed with questions. And it's so true about, how life-changing what we have is. And if we all honestly, take a look at our journey and just how thankful we are that we know about this and what we'd be missing out if we hadn't ever heard about this. So we do have an obligation to share this with other people. And I like the idea of you know, what Jackie was sharing is always listening, always asking those questions, and just, you know, always just having it available for those that we meet. So, who has a question tonight? We have a quiet group here. Anybody have a question?
Wow.
Well, I'll ask something just to get something started here, Jackie. You have such just an enormous heart for people. And I know you've been pretty, what should I say, humble about how you approach this whole thing. But do you have suggestions about keeping track of your business, about people you've talked to? I mean, I know the app has been really helpful for me to do that, but do you have any place where you just jot down what has been shared or what they last said, or what, do you have any favorites, or maybe someone else does, but I would just be curious to hear how you approach that.
Well, Debbie, when I started, I had a file folder on everybody. If any of you heard me speak when I was, I guess, Pro 7 or Pro 8, I mentioned that we were using file folders for placemats because the kitchen table was covered up with file folders. Because that's what I did. You know, 150 students a year, everybody had a file folder. And then I began to see it wasn't working well. And so I began to take use of and I don't think a lot of people do this, I began to take advantage of my detailed genealogy. And on the 15th, now if you want to know a business key to success, it was the 15th of every month until I was a Pro 7. I got in my detailed genealogy to see whose order had not shipped the month before, or who was even somewhat close to a rank. So if a person, for example, had 328 points, I would send them an email. Now you're going to have to do text or something because people don't open their emails. I would send a little email. Hi, Sue, I'm Jackie Sheppard. I'm one of your upline leaders. Congratulations, you're only 672 points away from making Pro 1. Exclamation point. What can I do to help? And I would put my phone number down. Usually they would call me and say, what is Pro 1? And I knew that feeling. So on the 15th, I checked to see what was going on. And I sent little notes of encouragement. And I would hear back from them. But I always they had my email because they were getting it. And this was pre-Evo days. So now you got to go in Evo, and it is harder. But most people are doing text. And I think there may be a way in your app to be able to do this. But using that detailed genealogy was invaluable to me. So it replaced my file folders, because you can click on it. There's everything you need to know about the person, but you've got to know how to set up your format. You've got to know how to set up your filters. And I have an idea that some of you may not really understand how to do that. So you may have to get one of your upline leaders so that when you're looking, I like to look at the 3 months. I like to do a 3-month look back. There I can see if their orders are shipping. If not, you contact them. Now, right now with this Get Your Customer Back, that's not exactly what it's called. This is a wonderful time to get in there and go through your detailed genealogy, see who hasn't ordered in 3 months, contact them and say, hi, just wanted to make sure we're running this special. Then get in your graphic tree and find your ghost. And if they're still in there, contact them. Hey, we've got this new customer thing going on, and we've got so much new science, and wanted to make sure maybe that you knew about NAD or something that you think might have them to do another look at it. I think the other thing, and this was a huge surprise to me, sometimes when I would hear back from someone, say their order hadn't shipped in 3 months, and they would respond back to me and say, I don't know why I was enjoying it, but now that you mention it, I haven't gotten that recently. And I'm about out of the face cream. That's when women panic. It's when they're getting out, and men too, of the anti-aging cream. And they would say, I don't know why it's not coming. So then what do you have to do? You have to order to get on, you have to offer to get on customer service with them. And typically it was an expired credit card. Now, this is the time you have to put in, just little simple things. A lot of times it's not becoming the most successful social media entrepreneur, which I want you all to be because you're all in my downline. So I want you to be the most successful social media entrepreneurs. But what it is those itsy bitsy things that let people know you care. Use your detailed genealogy. And I would say that was the biggest thing. And then I had a day. I spent the 15th of the month. I didn't plan anything on that day because I had to check on my people. The other thing, I think we can't really do it as much now, but every Saturday morning, I set aside 3 hours because Saturday morning's usually calmer at my house. But that may also mean I get up at 6 or 7 on Saturday just because with Protandem, you can't sleep late. You all know that. There goes that sleeping in because you wake up ready to go with the day. I would get in my library and I would listen to anything that was in the library. And with that, I was doing a lot of self-education. Now it's a lot simpler for you. So another question here. Hi, Peter. Yeah, guys, Peter needs a partner. Peter is a great man. I think most of you know them. Whatever level of growth or change someone is interested in weekly, every other day, or daily. I think if you want a full-time income, you're probably going to have to put in what you typically have to do in a full-time job. We typically think of 40 hours a week. If you're looking for part-time, then put in 20 hours a week. I haven't seen anyone not be successful with either keeping their business or growing a business if they're putting in that kind of time. And what if you don't have the time? And that continues to be a problem that I'm mother, I'm grandmother. As you all know, Mark and Krista are away, and I have the wonderful chance to have Hudson and Hunter here with us for a couple of weeks. So I struggle to have enough time for my business as well. And I have to prioritize, and what I had to decide a few years ago was what would I make priority? And what I try my best to make priority is people who have really serious health problems and nobody else has been able to help them. I try to, whoever contacts me with those people, I try to get back with them within 24 hours. So, yeah, I wish I had some brilliant tips for you all, but we're a company where you can find brilliant tips. Right, you can find them. So, anything else here? Oh my goodness, Kathleen, you're so dear. All of you are. Jan, your hair's getting darker and darker, and you're looking healthier. My goodness.
Thank you. I would like to just make a little comment. I'm a person who's studied and looked and never missed a Zoom, even right when I got out of the hospital with COVID and couldn't hold my head up, because I understood the importance of our presence at the events and the trainings. And this last weekend was Building Depth in St. George. And I rode with Carol and Wally Roberts. Carol is on tonight. And just the three of us went. And when we got to the conference room, I looked all around. And of course, with Mark and Krista in Turkey, our closest upline was Guess who? Marcel Niederhauser. And Carol and I prayed, and because we didn't have a team to meet with, and that's traditionally a part of building depth. Carol and I just linked up and prayed, and we said, Lord, direct our path. Direct us where you would have us to be. And afterwards, we felt like we were to go to Marcel and just express that he, in light of Mark and Krista's absence, was our closest upline. And we asked him, in light of the fact we have no other team to meet with tonight to talk shop, who would he recommend that we go to? We asked for his advice. And he just hugged on both of us. And he said, friends, he said, after we're done this evening or at 6 o'clock with the sessions, I'd like you to come with me over to Robin Summers' group. I'd like for you to plug in when I go over there. And he actually introduced us as his friends when we went into Robin Summers. And of course, we know Robin Summer because of attending every event. And I am just here to say it was such a huge, huge blessing. After that was over with, we went out into the lobby and Marcel sat with Carol and Wally and me. He just took 20, 25 minutes, whatever, with us directly. And when it was all said and done, we walked away with this tremendous.
We lost you, Jan.
Wow, tremendous.
Yes, we heard that exactly what you said, Jackie, at the beginning of this Zoom call. I love you all, and I care that you are successful in every way. And for me personally, the bottom line is I am a Pro 1 yet. I am very happy. I'm very proud to be a Pro 1 in Lifevantage. But I do realize the reason I'm still a Pro 1 is because I need to do the work. And that means talk more to more people and follow through correctly. So I just want to thank you and to encourage everybody. If you're not where you want to be, look in the mirror and ask yourself, am I going to do the work today? If so, show me the work. Don't tell me, show me the work. So Marcel has a way of really dressing you down. And I just applaud and love all of my Lifevantage family, all of my Lifevantage family.
Jan, you're so lovely. And that, what she just said to you all is more valuable than anything I've said tonight. We all love Marcel. And now, you know, a lot of times he can be a little bit scary and shoot straight with you. And, but he's just like a big daddy. And so we all have to, you know, he's an incredible leader and he really cares about his team. Now, we are very high, close up to the top leaders when you realize that a lot of times with network marketing companies, you're on a team that the leader is way off in yonder land. That's not the case with this particular team. So yeah, that's kind of thrilling. Carol, you want to add something to that, lovely lady?
I would just say that I'm going to plug events. They are so important. I learned things over the weekend that I probably have heard them before, but I didn't grasp them. And especially with regard to building a business. And man, just being in the room with probably 350 or 400 people was amazing. getting to hug on people like Marilyn Johnson and Dave and Joanne Madison and Robin Summer and Gloria and Jennings Waterhouse. And of course, being there with Marcel and getting hugs and picked out of the crowd when he was walking through the crowd. You know, I mean, he stopped and talked to us and hugged on both of us and just said, I love you. There is just such an encouraging culture. But I echo what Jan said, that, you know, oftentimes we are our own problem, you know, whether we are thinking that we're too busy or we're too scared or whatever it is. If you want it bad enough, you're going to find a way. If not, it'll just be an excuse. And that really kind of hit home for me too, because I've thought in the last couple of weeks, oh, I'm so busy. That's just an excuse. It's just an obstacle. And you either go around them or you go over them or you go right through them. But somehow you manage to deal with the obstacle and make it an opportunity.
Thank you, Carol. That was so well spoken. And you are a busy lady, and you're doing very important things in addition to this. Julie, anything else we need to cover?
The only other thing that I want to inform everyone of, and first of all, I just want to say thank you so much, Jackie and Jan and Carol, for sharing tonight. That was just so encouraging. We really appreciate it. And I wanted to let everyone know that we have another amazing leader in Lifevantage, and her name is Lena Meisner. Many of you know her. And she's a microbiologist, and she has an incredible background in health and science. And so we have been doing little Zoom meetings on Saturdays, but now we're switching to Tuesday night, and that's going to be at 6 p.m. Central Time. And it's going to be on this very same Zoom number. Tomorrow night she is beginning. We're only going to be doing the evening meetings probably for some of the summer because you know, she has an incredible schedule too, but her summer's a little easier because she's not doing the homeschooling. So this time tomorrow night she's going to be teaching on protandem trivecta, which is the tri-synergizer. So guys, this is an opportunity to do what we've been hearing tonight. You know, to invite our friends to come and hear Lena. So please pass the word to others, as this was just decided upon today. And so we have a short time to get the word out. So please pass that word on to everyone and invite. So I want to thank you all again. Yes.
Julie, is that appropriate for prospects, customers, and for everybody, for Lena?
Everyone. Yeah, everyone. Distributors, customers, prospects, everyone. Yeah.
Lena is exceptional in her intelligence, in her teaching abilities.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking about those customers you've lost, or people that you're like, how do I keep this person helping themselves, guys? Because that's what breaks your heart, is when you're like, oh, they needed this so badly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why didn't they try it a few more months? So this would be great to say, hey, we have this master's in, she has her master's in microbiology. And she's going to be teaching strictly on this. It's going to be science. And so try to get them to join in. So Debbie wants you to repeat that, but I encourage you. I think it's brilliant. I love to sit and listen to Lena whenever I get a chance. So Julie, you want to tell us, replay that again? Debbie wants to know.
Okay, yes, it's the same Zoom link, and it's tomorrow night, Tuesday. It's going to be every Tuesday, unless otherwise noted, at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. And so, you know, we can get that word out. But yes, and it's a 30-minute Zoom call. So she does the teaching, and then we have a brief Q&A, and it's usually over in about 30 minutes, which is a nice amount of time for people too. It doesn't go too long. So
it's
great
a great
opportunity.
brilliant slides.
What was that, Jackie?
She always has brilliant slides.
Oh, she has
Slides too.
beautiful slides. I know, they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Julie, quick question. Do you know if Lena's Tuesday night Zooms will all be about specific products like that?
She usually does stick to products. Sometimes she will teach on a health topic, but it's usually, geared towards, the health aspects of things. Yep. So, yep. But I usually try to mention something about the business opportunity at the end. It's just kind of a curiosity comment or two. But yeah, it's primarily on health topics. And sometimes she teaches on true science. Sometimes she teaches on, gut health. It's a variety of things. Okay, well, I think that's it for tonight.
Do you have a slide on that yet? Like the picture that you guys do so well with
We do
creating?
not. We just came to this decision today, but I know if Ashley, are you on here? Not sure if she's on here or not, but she's usually the one that does the slides. And so I will ask her if she can make a slide, and we can post that in our Facebook group.
I just want to say thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Julie, and just everyone. I'm just so thankful that we have such an awesome team, and we really, truly are family. And I just want to tell you how much I appreciate all of you.
That's so sweet,
We
Mom.
love you, Mai. We do.
We do.
And
Okay.
Ron, I want you to stay on because I want to see the kids after everybody hops off before Julie shuts us down. Okay. You guys
Well,
mind?
thanks, everyone. We'll see you next week. We have, I think we're gonna have a Pro 10 sharing with us next week, so you definitely want to be on here. I have to just confirm it with her because she's really busy, but it's Amy Homewood, so I think she's gonna be with us next week. All right, everyone, we love you. Blessings to you, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye. I'm going.
Thank you.